Hello. Some of you are not very good at reading your emails. Possibly I've been writing them a little bit too long for you. However, I thought I'd make a little video just to catch up and make sure that you were all aware of what's going on. I have been busy here in college over the last 3 days collecting all the evidence that I can for the work that you've done this year, both in your books, the mocks and the assignments that we've been doing. It is very likely that we are going to be awarding you some sort of grade, possibly not a grade, possibly just a certificate of achievement based on the work that you've been doing this year. Some of you right now are panicking because you haven't done a great deal of work this year. Don't worry. The government have made it clear that we are rewarding effort, but we are also making sure that ability is reflected. You will have the chance to catch up and to demonstrate to me that you have the skills that they are looking for, the ones behind you on those posters that we've been testing all year, understanding, comparison skills, summarising and so on. Yesterday I sent out a video asking you to complete question 4. I've had a great response from that. Please, just a quick favour, could you send back an attachment or just drop your work directly into the body of the email? Some of you have also handwritten those and sent a photo. That's great. It is much harder for me though if you share your work. So please don't share your work. Please save a copy and then attach it. It's going to make it easier for me to shuffle it to the right people later on when we have to do that, which we will have to. In the meantime, if you would like to carry on learning, which most of you should, we have completed our course here in class. However, there's always learning to be done. And although we're moving on to the practice phase, which is what we're going to continue through the emails and collecting the evidence from that, Sentry is still available to you and it is an excellent resource. Get onto Sentry and check out the bits that you've missed. Go back over some things that you didn't get great marks in first time round. There's also another resource I'll be emailing you out today about called Word On, and some emails, some YouTube videos that I'll be sending you via email that are probably good for you to be watching. Okay, so keep checking your emails, but don't panic if you don't get one regularly. As I said, they're closing Bratton and Woking College today, so I'll be having to try and work from home, which is going to make things a lot harder. It also means that if you ask me what grade you've got, I'm afraid I simply don't know. I'm not going to have them down and entered into the system until I come back to college and start working, which is probably not going to be until after Easter right now. But your work is here, it is safe. And I'll make sure that you get what you deserve, frankly. And most of you deserve to pass this GCSE. Okay, in the meantime, you could set yourself a challenge. You could read a book, for example, if you would like one. You know most of those banned books by now. We've been talking about them all year. Grab a book, any book, and read it. If you would like to write something about that book and then send it back to me, I can actually take that as evidence of your ability. You could even make a video like this and say, Tim, I read a book, Salem's Lot, and then tell me what you thought about it. The skills that are tested in the GCSE are understanding, like I said, that's one of them. Summaries, that's another one. Comparison is another one. If you were to compare two stories, I could take that as evidence that you have the skills of the course. We're no longer necessarily bound by the exam in quite the way that we would be normally. If you do that though, there are differences between all those books and the movies that were made of them. Make sure you're actually reading the book and telling me about that. If you tell me about the movie, I've watched all of those movies, I think, apart from Crash. It's going to be fairly obvious to me that you're going on the movie version and not on the book version. Okay. Other than that, please try and stay as calm as possible about your English. Carry on learning, carry on writing, and when you get an assignment via email, please do get that back within a couple of days. I'm not going to issue deadlines to you. It's up to you to do that and to respond in as timely a manner as you can. You've all got very, very difficult personal situations, I am sure. Some of you probably have nowhere to work at home, just like me. I'm not going to push you all to be doing the same thing. Other than that, do stay healthy as much as possible. Get some exercise. Set yourself a challenge so you don't go crazy. And of course, stay indoors and wash your hands manically. Okay, looking forward to seeing you hopefully after Easter, and we will all come through this.